Being on the ice for me is just pure joy and excitement for what's about to happen. You know, there's so much focus that's involved. You have to make shots so precise.
It's a mixture of strategy, physical, you've got the sweeping element, and then you've got the team camaraderie.
But also the endurance from sweeping. And then there's a lot of the mind games involved too. So there's a lot of strategy and the mental toughness involved with the pressure as well.
It's kind of like you're on another planet. It's really weird to explain, but when everything sort of clicks and it just feels right, it feels like this is where you're meant to be and this is where you belong. Dean and I became a partnership around 2018. He was sort of like, my goal is to get to the Olympics one day for curling. Would you be interested in going on that journey with me, basically? And I was like, oh my God, yeah. Like, the Olympics has been on my mind since I was like 8 years old. I wanted to be an Olympian. So when I got that call, I was like, absolutely. I couldn't say yes quick enough.
So Tali lives in Brisbane and I'm in Melbourne. So for us, you know, we've been on Zoom basically our whole career together.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, good. How about you?
Thank goodness for technology. And yeah, I guess COVID as well definitely added another barrier. So a lot of strategy, a lot of Zoom calls and a lot of our own thing. But when we're together, we absolutely make the most of it. Dean and I both sweep our tiles at home. Yeah, I like to put on curling and watch it. Dean has his thing too. I'm not sure where he does it. I think it's in a bathroom.
So I practice on my bathroom floor on the tiles because I find that's got kind of good slipperiness.
Dean is very analytical. He likes to know all the information. He's very, procedure based.
That kind of is shown by how I don't really smile when I'm throwing and I'm quite intense. I kind of have these death eyes as I throw.
Whereas for me, my personality is very go with the flow.
She prefers to have that kind of light, laid back approach to when she plays, and the key with us though is to have fun out there, and that's when we play our best.
Both Dean and I actually got involved in curling from our mums.
So you brought this album down. Oh, I was like 5 months old, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Jeez. My mum, she's originally Canadian, and obviously it's so huge in Canada, and she taught my dad, who's Australian, so pretty much my whole life I've been brought up around curling, and same with Tali.
My mum, in terms of the role she's had in my curling journey, is basically been my coach, my mentor, my inspiration, and one of my biggest supporters. Mum has played a very large role in why I'm an Olympian.
It was so exciting getting to Beijing and the village there to see the other Aussie athletes as well, and the Aussie HQ. Like it's so special, and that's, a dream come true.
I think I describe seeing the rings as like an out-of-body experience in a way, because it's just something that I've been so passionate about and so driven to achieve since I was so young. And just seeing it is kind of like, am I here? Like, is this me? Is this my life? Yeah, just like pinch me all the time. Basically, after, testing negative a few times, and unfortunately I had returned a couple of positive tests and got a very sad phone call saying that our campaign would be cut short. Probably heard the news by now that unfortunately our Olympic campaign ends today.
That was pretty tough, there was a lot of tears, and just not knowing that we couldn't finish off our campaign was the toughest part.
And then, basically I had a great medical team, a great support team that were able to review my case, and I got the all clear to compete, and it was basically get the call, I had my suitcases packed, I ripped them open, I was running to the taxi, we were running into the rink, and we just played those last two games like we had nothing to lose.
Australia into the Winter Olympic Games.
It was so huge for the sport and for Australia to actually win those last two games. First wins ever that Australia's achieved at an Olympic Games is pretty special for curling.
I think when you're faced with so many obstacles and barriers, you just really have to stay positive, listening to that voice that believes in you, and that's the only voice that you need to listen to. Everyone else, whether they're telling you you can or you can't, it's whatever you're telling yourself that will be your reality.
Our goal from here is the 2026 Olympics. From there, we actually want to stand on the podium. That's where we want to be in 4 years' time, and we're pushing so hard for that.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.